Hi friend, I am Leigh Koechner. Welcome to day number 8, week number 2 of FYG and GYG, Find Your Gift and Give Your Gift, 33 days to a more joyful life. I am happy that you're here. I would like to start with 3 cleansing breaths to get us all kind of on the same wavelength, the same energy level, to help us get more connected, to let go of what was happening 5 minutes ago, let go of what we're worrying about in the future, and really allow ourselves time to be mindful, which means giving all of our attention to this present moment with no judgment. And I'd like to repeat what we did yesterday with the bringing your thumbs up to your third eye, or I like to substitute this to your mind, because we are going to consciously make a decision to move from our mind to our heart. And I think that this really reminds me of that and literally lets me shift the energy to my heart. So I welcome you to do 3 breaths with me in through your nose and out through your mouth, and we'll do breathe in here, and then we will bring it down to our heart. Okay, we'll start now with a breath in through your nose and out of your mouth, down to your heart. Again, a breath in through your nose. Bring it down to your heart. And this time back up in through your nose. Down to your heart, and with your eyes closed and your hands at your heart, just pause and feel that. Feel that that's where you are. Feel that that's where your heart is, where life pounds the blood through your body, where you feel the most when you hurt and you feel the most when you're happy. And also in the area where I believe our soul resides, close to our heart. So just take a moment to allow yourself to connect to that space, to give yourself the time today to know how important you are, that this is the most important work that we are on the planet to do, is to take time for ourselves to learn and to heal and to grow. All right, now open your eyes when you feel ready, and we are going to get to the good stuff, to the message. Topic today is called, It Can Be Easy. Okay, you guys, we are trained from birth, the best memorizer gets the best on the test, gets to go to the best schools, and get the best jobs, make the most money, and they're the happiest. We got it all backwards, right? Because none of that involves our purpose. So realizing that when you work hard and you give your everything and you sacrifice and you're doing this is from this energy, right? That is not connected to stillness, connected to our greatest self, being empowered. So the whole thing, the harder you work, the better it is, the more money you'll make. I would like to throw that into the trash can. Actually, there's a word in our everyday life that we use that is one of my most disliked words of our human language, of all of our languages, right? But I was saying the English language, it is the word hard. Now, I like hard when it pertains to a few things, but overall the word hard I do not like. Why? Because the moment you say it's hard, guess what? It is hard. The moment you say, I want to do this, but it's going to be hard, guess what? You're making it hard. So hard a lot of times is a choice, right? We can even use the word hard and reframe it to, wow, I'm struggling, or this is challenging, but I know in struggle and in challenges is where I rise and I learn and I become my greatest self. So instead of making it hard and bad or all these kind of words, I'm going to look at it as I'm going to experience the pain, I'm going to breathe through it, I'm going to fall down, I'm going to cry, I'm going to hold my belly, whatever I need to do, and then I'm going to stand up when the pain is kind of letting me breathe again and say, okay, pain, what are you here to teach me? What are you here to show me? Let me use this time wisely. Let me not crumble and become a victim. So the word hard, I think, sucks, and I think that we should allow ourselves to know that when we can move through life with grace and ease. Grace and ease. Let our days be filled with grace and ease. Let your experience, the journey, your life, tell you if you are on or off target. If you are feeling resistance to anything, to an invitation to do something, to how you're treating your family, and you're feeling resistance, you're not quite liking it, pay attention. Or that feeling could eventually knock you on your ass, and I'll get more to that in a second. I mean, here's what I mean by that. Our bodies are amazing. Our bodies are amazing. Not only do they carry our soul around this planet, that they are a temporary home that we reside in, but they are also our dear friends that are constantly guiding us on when we are in line and when we are out of line with our purpose. Our bodies are always talking to us. So remember earlier I said if you quiet your mind, you can hear the whispers of your soul. Our body is way easier to hear than the whispers of our soul. The whispers are our nuggets and are really the best things that we can hear while we're on the planet reside within us. Our bodies are kind of in the day-to-day going, hey, you're not taking care of me. Hey, you got to slow down and breathe. I'm starting to feel stress. And when I feel stress, I get in dis-ease. And when I'm in dis-ease too long, it turns into disease. I mean, literally our bodies. If you ever feel tension in your neck, that is your body saying, you're worried about this, you're stressed about this, you're out of whack, you're out of sorts. Whatever's happening right now is not bringing you joy or filling you up. Look at it, right? So it's a wonderful tool, our bodies that are constantly speaking to us. And if you are in tune with that and you are open to it, you can learn and shift stuff to let your body release that story. It doesn't have to hold that stress anymore because you're dealing with it. So let it guide you, your body, into grace and ease. Okay, if you are upset doing something, if you're dreading it, if you're hating it while you're doing it, stop it. Okay, listen to your body and hear what it's telling you. Listen to the dread. Listen to the voices that say, I want to get out of here and run like hell. Listen to them. Are you experiencing pain, illness? That is something your body is trying to tell you something's out of whack. If you don't listen, it'll be harder. If you still don't listen, you'll be knocked on your ass. Heart attack, cancer, whatever. And I'm not saying, I don't want to say anything about what we cause and don't cause. What I do want to say is if your body is stressed out for so long, all of the atoms in your body and all of the cells are moving around like this because they're not at ease. They have to go, and then one goes rogue, and then all the other ones go over there and jump on it, and something starts growing in your body. So a lot of it is hereditary, a lot of it's environmental, all that kind of stuff, but there's also an element that we bring to it. How are you treating your body? What is it telling you? Is it vibrant and healthy and feeling good and strong and looking good? Right on. If it's not, right on. Listen. Oh, lump in my shoulder, crick in my neck, pain in the arch of my foot, pain in the hip side. What are you here? So funny. When I went to school, they taught us to dialogue with the parts that are hurting because they're trying to tell you something. Actually take that part out, sit in a chair across from you when no one's looking, and say, hey, hurt shoulder, what are you here to tell me? Let me hear you. Let me love you. Let me take care of you. Not let me keep moving forward and pounding you until you have to break and I have to have surgery. Let me hear the whispers of the sore muscle. Let me hear the whispers of the crick in my neck. All right, so your body. Let it be your dear friend walking with you and whispering which direction to walk and how to walk. If it feels hard, if something feels hard, listen to it and reset it. Go a different way, move away from it, try something new. If roadblocks come up, navigate them and learn from them. If they get bigger and bigger, rethink what you're doing. The universe sometimes, instead of our body, steps in to help. That's the universe. If you get a big obstacle and you're like, I'm going to do it anyway because this is what I want, and then you go again and there's a bigger obstacle, and you climb that mountain for 3 months and you come back down and you're, okay, I'm still walking, and you're worn out, and then another obstacle comes. Hi, universe. Thank you for letting me see the third obstacle and realize I'm running my body ragged and I'm out of line. The cool thing that we're doing right now about finding our purpose is once you find it, and we're going to work on this eventually, a mission statement for your life, that navigates you, man. Everything that comes in that doesn't support moving forward your mission statement goes right back out. You start to clean out the cutter and cut the lard off around you, people, events, everything, and you only move what's supporting you, what to me is experiencing more joy and happiness. If you don't support that, if you're not in that, if you're not moving with me, I'm not carrying you with me, right? All of you guys, I love you and I'm carrying you with me. Right now, no. Okay, here's some other stuff we're going to talk about today with moving with grace and ease. I have this kind of heavy thing on my desk, And it says, what would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? Think about that. Open your journal. What would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? Failure, by the way, is awesome. It means you tried, and that's balls, right? I think failure is not trying, on your deathbed saying, I wish I would have, I wish I could have, right? So failure is kick ass because it means you tried, but it means it wasn't the right thing yet. And I have a lot of those things in my life. When I met my husband, I was working, hated my job, and I told him when we were dating, all I want to do is be a stay-at-home mom. And those words came out of my mouth and I believed it. And then the minute that I had my baby and I was home, I was like, oh, this little blob is not talking to me. It's just pooing and sleeping. I'm just sitting here bored. I want more than this. And so my husband came home and I was on the computer. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm writing a one-woman show. And he goes, who are you? I thought I married a girl that just wanted to stay at home and have kids. And I go, I thought I wanted that too until I was here. Anyway, I told him, I'm going to write a one-woman show. I'm going to get it on television on the Oxygen Network, which was back then the big network. And then I'm going to get a development deal. And he said, honey, it doesn't work that easy. I've been doing this for 20 years. You have to work and you have to try and you have to go and you have to do this. And I just watched him. This was 20 years ago or 19 years ago. I just watched him thinking, oh, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to do what I want to do. And I put up my show, my one-woman show. This guy said, I saw your show. I'm producing 5 one-person shows for the Oxygen Network. I would like to do a 5-camera shoot of your show and put it on the air. And I was like, I'd love that. And then I had a development meeting with a gal named Lisa Harrison at Paramount. And my husband stood there with his hand on his hip, shaking his head going, what the hell just happened? Because he had worked so hard. And I realized we can do whatever we want when we're clear with what we want, when we set that goal in front of us, and when we walk to it daily. Eventually you will pick it up and no one can stop you from it except yourself and this. So the more we move from here to here, we get in line with our purpose. You know, when you are in line with your purpose, you can't F it up, whatever it is. When you're out of line with your purpose, almost everything feels effed up. This I know. When I'm out of line and I'm pitching reality shows, all the doors shut. I'm like, wait, I'm cool. I got something here. Can't you guys see me? It wasn't my time. I got picked up on Oprah Winfrey's show. She had a reality show to have your own show. And I got kicked off first from Dr. Phil. And I was like, what the hell's going on? I thought this was my big break. Everything Oprah touches is Midas. No, because I wasn't ready. I wasn't in line with who I was. I'm ready now. So I look forward to that coming now when I can really share my gifts instead of doing something half-assed. Now that I'm in line with my thing, I get a tap on the shoulder at a playground. Do you want to be part of a mindfulness movement film? Yes, I do. I get another tap. Do you want to be on Deepak Chopra's Global Wellbeing app? Well, yes, I do. That's what starts happening when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So I'm so happy that we're doing this work and finding your goal, and we're going to get a mission statement, and you're going to start cleaning up your mind, cleaning up your life, and moving only in the direction that fills you with joy. My quote today is, give yourself the gift of grace and ease. Let's kick hard to the curb. Give yourself the gift of grace and ease, and let's kick hard to the curb. No more time for hard. If things feel hard, we know it's an indicator that we're out of line with our purpose, that we are walking off course. So hard can be a beautiful word now to bring us back to why we're on the planet, to bring us back to what we're in line with, what brings us joy, and only move that way. When I go out to start talking to kids, I can't wait to tell them, when you leave school, when you graduate, when you do your things, only move in things that light your body up, only move in a direction that brings you joy. We're taught to sit in a cubicle, work for 50 years, gain weight, barely have enough for retirement, and maybe take a week vacation now and again. No, I think when you are in line with what you're supposed to be doing, you're your most powerful self, your most abundant self, and I think that you can work less and make more. Let that be our new way of being. Let that be our new way of living. And let that be what we teach our children. I went this morning to the book signing of these gals, the Bush girls, Jenna and Barbara, and they were talking about their journey in the White House. And it was really, this is them then and this is them now. They spoke so eloquently and so beautiful of knowing who they are, what they're on the planet, what they've already done. I was really moved by them. But at the very beginning of their book, they have this poem by Mary Oliver. And I love the very end of it. I want to read to you. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? I have to say, I want to honor you guys for being here because you are choosing to live a more fulfilled life. Therefore, you will live a more fulfilled life. What are you choosing to do with your, I love those two words, with your wild and precious life? Dear God, let us be in line. Let us open our minds and hearts to connect to our true self. Let us be shown clearly, God, why we're on the planet, and let us use it to make the world a better place, to be of service. I thank you for the closed doors so that I can be open to walk through the open doors. I send love and light everyone who's watching today. Amen. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Move today with grace and ease. Allow yourself that, and don't forget to write in your journal what you would do if you knew you could not fail. I'll see you guys tomorrow on day 9.